16 flats in under 10 months for 1 million. Let's go.
We are converting this 1980s office block to 16 residential apartments in under 10 months. We found this when we peeled back some of the layers, May 88. This building comes with an added bonus, which I'm going to reveal to you guys at the end of the video. As you guys know, I've done lots of videos with developers on their sites, and although it might look all rosy and glamorous, the truth is that developers sometimes struggle with cash flow. Your cash is tied up in developments, and these developments can sometimes take 1 to 2 years to complete, and you don't get your money back until the last few units are sold. It's a classic case of asset rich, cash poor. So when COVID happened, it was a big turning point for us, as I'm sure it was for many other businesses out there too. It really got us thinking about the route we were on, and ultimately the key for us was to diversify and not only focus on the strategy of build to sell, but also build to rent. And that is why we are now focusing on acquiring and building out these larger income generating assets. The aim being to monetize them to their maximum potential and to have them as part of our portfolio. There you go. Right guys, for full transparency, when I said 16 flats for 1 million, 1 million is the actual build cost. And we are converting this 1980s office block from commercial to 16 residential apartments in under 10 months. So yeah, let's start off inside. We started the strip out in late March, and at the moment we are partitioning up the internal spaces. So this is a 9,000 square foot building, 4 stories. We're not increasing the height of the building, we're not extending it. It is just a simple reconfiguration into 16 apartments. The strip out works began in late March, and currently we are flying through the partitions inside. So yeah, let's go and have a look. And guys, if you stick around, I'll show you exactly why this is one of the cleanest conversion opportunities ever. So all of this has been stripped out. The builders are actually working from top down, so this will be the last floor that gets built. Hey Dan.
How are you?
All right.
Good?
Yeah, good. It's the high vis. Just gonna watch my YouTube channel. No. So guys, the story with this one was, this was an on-market deal through a commercial agent. We received an email because we were on their radar. You know, important to be on their radar, so make sure you are on all their mail lists. Anyway, we received an email about this development opportunity. Well, actually, it wasn't listed as a development opportunity. It was just listed as a commercial building for sale. And yeah, this was in May last year, so it's nearly 1 year since we first came across this opportunity. So 19th of June was when I first came to the site, met the agent, had a wander around, and instantly knew that this would be an easy transformation. So over the next few weeks, we did our due diligence, we spoke to our planning consultants, we knew that the building met the requirements for conversion under prior approval class MA. The building was use class E. It was an office building. So yeah, then we submitted our offer a month later. It went to best and final bids. Unfortunately, you know, we got outbid. It happens. They progressed with the higher offer, and yeah, we thought we'd lost the opportunity. I did stay in contact with the agent, regularly checking up on how this transaction was progressing with the higher offer. And 2 months afterwards, the agent came back to us and told us that the offer had fallen through and asked us, you know, are we still interested? So yeah, to cut a long story short, we managed to acquire the building at the price that we had offered originally. And yeah, the rest is history. The agent could see that we were serious developers. We had a good track record. And yeah, this is why your reputation with agents matters. And also, this building comes with an added bonus, which I'm going to reveal to you guys at the end of the video. So guys, this building, it's late 80s construction, meaning it has concrete floors, which are great for fire separation and acoustic separation. It has this ready-built stair core. You know, the staircase is in perfect condition. You've got the lift shaft, the lift is still working. So it really is a case of removing all the office partitions and rebuilding the internal layouts for the new residential apartments on each level. Now we have 4 residential apartments on each floor. It's a 4-story building, 16 flats. And yeah, the building is in perfect condition. We even had our structural engineers who came to site a few weeks ago and they gave us the thumbs up. Even the windows on this building were replaced by the previous occupants about 2 years ago. So guys, the reason why it was a no-brainer was because of the quick turnaround of the construction, meaning quick exit and low build cost. Here we go. Wow. Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine. And you?
Yeah, good, good. So guys, just to explain, we are on the top floor at the moment, and all the partitions are up. The only, I would say, major work, and it's not really that major, is creating these new openings for the entrances of each flat. Now that's the only sort of major work that's involved in this project. So everything else is simple stud partitions, essentially. So. And the beauty of like converting commercial buildings into residential sometimes means that you have very good ceiling heights. So all of these apartments are going to have really high ceiling heights. Oh yeah, let's have a look at that. Wow. We found this one. We know when this building was built because it says May 88. We found this when we peeled back some of the layers. This was a drink that was available in the 80s and I think in the 90s as well. May 88. Yeah, these are slightly bigger apartments on this floor because we were just in the mansard level where that roof kind of steps in from the edge of the building line. So yeah, these apartments are now slightly bigger. So these are the separating party walls from apartment to apartment. This is the acoustic and fire separating element. The floors, as I already mentioned, are concrete, so the only real thing we need to do here is just the partitions. Are these the cables from before? The data cables?
Yeah.
Wow. As I mentioned, this was like an office building before. And these are all the data cables that are under the raised floor. The Cat6 cables. Yeah. So in this country, we have permitted development rights, which are set out by the government at national level. And Class MA is one of the permitted development rights, which allows you to convert a commercial use Class E building into residential flats. And that's exactly what we have done in this building. So remember, when we placed our offer on this building, it wasn't marketed as a development opportunity. It was just a commercial building. So in order for us to purchase this building, we wanted to use development finance. And the only way we could use development finance is if we had an uplift. Usually you use development finance on schemes which have planning. In this case, there was no planning. There wasn't a prior approval in place to convert this building from commercial to residential. Once we knew we liked the building, we did our due diligence, and when we instructed our lawyers to move forward, that was the moment we started our application process. We got all of our drawings ready, we got all of the relevant information that we needed to from the various consultants. To use the Class MA, it has to meet a set of criteria. So to prove to the council that it does meet this set of criteria, you do also need to have some consultants' reports or short statements. So we got all of that ready before we exchanged on the purchase. And once we exchanged on the purchase, we submitted our application. Now, the Class MA process lasts for 56 days. If you do not receive any communication from the council within the 56 days, then it's automatically deemed approved. So we managed to get our prior approval on this building within that 56-day period, allowing us to use development finance for the completion. Now, we had to pay money for the exchange, and we asked for a longer completion date, which allowed us enough time for the application to come through and a little bit of breathing space just in case on top of that. So the vendor agreed with the longer completion date, which allowed us to get our approvals in place in order for us to use development finance on the purchase, on the completion funds. Now, we did also have a backup bridge option with the same lender, just in case the approvals didn't come through. But, you know, if you meet the set requirements for Class MA, then there's no reason why they should refuse the approval. So that was the timeline of events that happened from our offer to us purchasing the site with prior approval. I actually haven't mentioned the numbers to you guys yet, so let me go through that. So we purchased this building for 2.2 million, probably a little bit more than we would have liked to pay for it, but it did have a low build cost. So as I've already mentioned, the build cost is around 1 million for this project. The end GDV is going to be 4.8 million, and we have used development finance on this project at 70% loan to value. Once it's all done, the goal is for us to hold on to the asset as a rental income, and it should be producing 320,000 cash flow a year. So it's going to be a good addition to the portfolio. So I mentioned to you guys earlier that this building comes with an added bonus, a kicker, a cherry on top. So let me show you. So here it is. So guys, our building that you can see over there comes with 21 car parking spaces, which is pretty much where I'm standing right now. So not the whole car park, but a big chunk of it. And the idea is that we're going to split up the car parking spaces and allocate them to the individual flats. However, this whole car parking space is split up into 4 or 5 titles. So four or 5 different owners. So us being developers, we have already started conversations with the various parties to see if we can do something on this land. Now this is a long-term process. As I've mentioned, there's quite a few different parties involved. So it's a bit more of a long-term vision to see if we can do something on this site. But positive news, there is a building already approved on another patch of land just over there, which is quite a sizable development in its own right. So there is huge potential here, but you know, we didn't acquire the building on this basis. We acquired it on the conversion opportunity, as you know, we just don't know when all of this stuff in the car park would ever come to fruition. But that's something we can, you know, trickle along in the background, and you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, amazing that it comes with at least 21 car parking spaces that we can allocate for the new occupants. And who knows what will happen with this land in the future. So guys, that's the end of this week's video. We are still building new build stuff, but our goal has shifted slightly to long-term ownership and cash flow. If you look at all the biggest real estate companies in the world, they are essentially asset managers. Anyway, I'm still going to be documenting and posting updates of this build. For any new or aspiring developer, everything I've mentioned still applies on a smaller scale. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, then please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you at the next one.